little tight. But today, as you can see, we are in Yoshi. I'm gonna take him up to the shop, and I've got some stainless steel 3-inch exhaust. We're going to make him a new exhaust hood dump with a tractor flap and cutout valve so that I can actually shut off the hood dump. And I'm gonna run a 3-inch out the back. I can't get a coupling yet, a flexible coupling, so I can't mount the full exhaust to the chassis because the motor tries to yank itself out of the engine bay. At the moment, the engine mounts are okay, but they move a lot. Yeah, she sounds good, but we're gonna get up there, put this thing together, and hopefully get it done, God, hopefully in one day, right? So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Most of you have no idea what I'm talking about, but this truck behind me is Yoshi. He is my early 90s Nissan D21. I'm not sure of the exact date since it is kind of put together with like 3 trucks at the moment. It is a single cam KA that I put a custom ECU and harness in with a little turbo, all Chinese except for the engine management. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be replacing the hood dump with a much cleaner install plus electronic valve control on the exhaust, so I can either open it for the hood or direct it directly out the back. Custom hood pins. Let me get you in here. I guess last time I drove it, I forgot to put the air filter back on. My early attempt at just slapping this together to get it to run. Obviously, I was using a MIG on stainless. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't great. So we're gonna cut this off from the flange. Going to get some new exhaust pipe that I bought from China. We're gonna start building this in exhaust. Here is the old exhaust, quote unquote. So you can see he's actually starting to crack. I wonder why. That's what happens when you use a MIG and some mild steel wire to weld stainless. So not a good idea. We'll be taking everything today. We got the flange off, cleaned it off pretty good to where there's no more weld. You don't want to mix the mild steel wire and your new steel filler rod together, because then your welds don't come out very well. I'm not saying I'm the best welder in the world, but I try and do my best. So this is trash. Going to take the new flange, the new exhaust valve, and start making a new hood dump. This is a DPW exhaust systems valve. It's just the cheapest one I could find, and it came with the flanges and some actual really nice pipes, so you can sleeve it onto an existing 3-inch pipe, which I won't be using, but I'm sure I could utilize it for the lower half of the exhaust where the valve isn't, which would be pretty nice. So we're going to start getting this thing chopped up and hopefully make it look as good as this does. So we're going to get the flange bolted back into place. So now we open the box I got from China. Whoa, that was longer than it was. We got a 90. Well, these are not going to be tight enough, I don't think, but let's check it out. I wish these were a little bit tighter. It's not even a 90 degree, it's like a I don't know. When you buy things from China, you shouldn't expect much. Oh yeah, it's way too loose. So we're gonna have to make something happen here. This is ugly. These are not good. So these 90s they supply you are pretty terrible. The 180 degrees is actually pretty tight. I'll be utilizing about that much of it, and then I'll put the valve, and then I'll extend this to go out the hood, and then we'll put the tractor flap on it, see how it works. right, so we can get this thing tacked on first. Get it tacked into place, get it lined up with the hole, and then we'll take it out, cut it, put the valve in, weld it together, extend it from the other side of the valve, and then put the tractor flap on. With a little bit of trimming and fitting, it fits really well. Lines up with the hole in the hood pretty good. There's just some play in the bolts, so you gotta push it over and then bolt it down. All right, we've got the valve welded on. Now we just got to cut the hole for the bypass, which will go directly out to the back of the truck. I don't have the switch for the wiring harness for this yet either, so I have to get that. I figured it'd come with the kit. I guess not. Need the switch, coupling, and then it'll be done. But today we'll just get this cut in, welded on, and a 2-foot downpipe, and should be good to go. So I've got it tacked on, 2 spots on this side. I'm gonna use these 2 welds at a hinge, and I'm going to put it in the vise and push this together to get everything a little bit more tight, and it'll make welding it much easier. Oh, yes. Not the prettiest welds I've ever done, but it'll work. Put a 2-foot extension off this, and then I'm going to put a V-band at the bottom of that. And then on the other side that's attached to the truck, there'll be a flex joint in the pipe right before a V-band, and then it'll go continue through. I don't want this to be too big because this will have to come out in one piece, so I'm hoping I can get 2 foot so I can actually drive it without having the exhaust come into the cab today, since I'm still waiting on that flex coupling. Done. It's pretty funny. And I know everybody's gonna say, oh, it's too restrictive, blah, blah, blah. This is gonna be open 90% of the time, okay? Don't worry about it. Look at that shit. It's beautiful. It's a little weird. I don't know what you'd call it. Maybe it's the J pipe or the Y pipe, the smokestack pipe. Let's put it in. Watch it not fit. All right, I want to hear it. I'm gonna connect it and jump it, see if I can get the valve to open, and put my tractor flap on. So apparently you can't actuate the motor without the module. So I just took it off and I opened the valve manually, and we're just gonna leave it open. But this is what the downpipe looks like installed. I'm gonna get the tractor flap on and we're gonna take it for a rip. So right now there's not enough back pressure behind the valve to push it open, but once I put the full exhaust on, I'm sure it'll idle like the standard tractor flap. For now, it'll be okay. Tractor. the tire exhaust, get some of the wiring finished up, and start to work on the bed once again. I really need to get a tube bender so I can start building the cage in the back and the halos up front here. Don't mind me, I'm just going to till the fields, dude. Sick, dude.